Amen.
Amen.
Hello, viewers. This is Moment with Papa J. My name is Udochukwu Kwenihoma. I am the anchor for today's program. Today, we shall be looking at celebrity divorce and the public perception. In the last 5 years, divorce has been on a high rage, and it has been giving people a lot to talk about and to think about as well. I have here with me today Papa J to help us see to the issues of celebrity divorce. Sir, you're welcome.
Thank you.
So we'll be looking at celebrity divorce and the public perception. How people view this thing, because people tend to see celebrities as people they need to follow,
A role model.
like a role model. And now, with the high rate of divorce in the society, I want to ask you, sir, why is divorce rampant among the famous people or the celebrities? And another thing is, why do they like posting it on the social media?
Okay, thank you, Queen. The issue of divorce is like you noted, is very much on the high. Within the last 5 years, also as you also noted, there's a spike in divorce. What is even amazing about this divorce is the pride with which it is being publicized. Those days when marriages break up, either party buried their head in shame because a woman don't want to be seen as not being able to keep in her home. And the same thing for the man. But the effrontery and the arrogance with which it is announced on social media is appalling. And so this topic is timely and cannot be overemphasized. Now, among the celebrities, we must be quick to also note that divorce takes place amongst every category of people. The carpenters do have such, the mechanics, the teachers, the professors. Divorce takes place at every time. If you visit our court, you will see cases about divorce. So the issue of celebrity and their divorce, why it's on the forefront, is because of their personality. By virtue of God and hard work, they work themselves into limelight. They've paid their dues. We must respect them for the work they do, for the impact in the community, and the joy they give us. All right, whether you are a singer or you are an actor or actor, they've paid their dues. And because of their impact in the society throws them up there. Nobody just wake up from one morning and claim the celebrity status. I don't want us to downgrade that status. It is something they have earned over time, years, hard work, and with sweat. And because they are celebrating, anything they do come to the forefront. Okay? So I said that to say this, divorce takes place amongst every cadre of persons. But because they are celebrities, they are our role models in various fields. Theirs tend to be at the forefront. Okay?
Yes.
And so you don't blame them. The same way you not blame a carpenter whose marriage is crushed. But because they are there, the public eyes are on them. All right. So it is not that they want to deliberately showcase these things. At times, a friend might just leak it that, oh, this celebrity, they're having issues. I'm afraid anything, some bloggers will help them to amplify. So it is not even the celebrities that come to say these things. Bloggers are looking for news. We want news. The world enjoys gossips. And because they are the figure we know, they are a veritable tool for gossip. Do you understand? So everybody go through, every cadre, every profession go through this. But because by virtue of their hard work, they are where they are, everything they do is open to the public. Yes.
Well, thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
And coming to Africa, especially Nigeria, where we came from,
Yes.
divorce is something that is appalling in our country. And I want to ask you, how is celebrity divorce viewed in a country like Nigeria?
Okay. Okay, I'm going to be taking just a case study. They will narrow it to celebrities. Okay.
Okay.
Culturally, divorce is shameful. We all grew from the background. Be you an Igbo lady, a Yoruba, a Shekiri, Ijo, an Igala, Idoma. Divorce used to be very shameful. And so we hear our parents tell us, don't leave the home. Try your best. No man is perfect. There's no perfect woman. Just keep doing it. Because of the stigma we used to have. So what is actually eroding us gradually is the cultural part for our marriage. Then we consider our culture. We consider the family you came from before undergoing this. But today we've thrown that away. There is civilization, there is modernization, there is equality. I'm not the first. Okay, so how the social media perceive of them is rooted in our culture. Our culture is gradually rolling out. What we held as sanctity before is no more. And so a lady is now bold to say that I tap out as if she's a wrestler. You know, if you watch wrestling, when your opponent hold you to a position you don't know what to do, you tap out. So with ease, people tap out of marriage. You don't tap out. Our mothers never tapped out. That doesn't mean divorce cannot take place. Divorce can. Of course, there are conditions to it. But the ease with which men tap out, ladies tap out is alarming. For me, it is because that cultural fear that we had, what would the community say of me? How would they perceive of me? We have lost that.
That means you're trying to say it's the westernization that is affecting our culture as regarding divorce.
There is no doubt westernization is a part. I'd rather go with the word civilization. And awareness. You are no more in that era where you marry a lady from the village, she become a slave. No. Even the ones from the village, you can only marry them for 1 month. And they'll stand up to you. And so the onus is on the men to go down to begin to love their wives the way they ought to love their wives. Because no one lady wants to endure any form of abuse, be it emotional, any form. No lady wants to go that way.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes.
I want to ask again, how does social media influences public perception of celebrity divorce?
The challenge with celebrity and social media is they put them under undue pressure. They are under undue pressure. Pressure of pleasing my wife to the standard of the social media or to the public. For example, there's an occasion coming up, right? And a celebrity is invited for the program and he wants to go with his wife. Let's assume that same period is not too financially buoyant. But because of media expectation, he needs to go out of his way to please his wife. Now, even if the man comes to your wife and says, honey, this program is coming, we just need to attend. Other celebrities will be there, but for now, financially, I'm down. The lady will tell you, no, I cannot wear this show I wore last year. Your friends are coming. My friends are coming. And so, the social media or their status on social media affect their marriages because the things they will either to accept or manage, they won't because they are now out to please the public and it's a misnomer. Now, the problem is not social media in a way. It is you that bring your lifestyle to the public. There are one or two celebrities whose marriages are not on social media. There are young men, there are men on social media whose wives are not known. They chose that way. All right? And there are women that are married whose husbands are not known. Again, your influence or your availability on social media boils down to your decision. But indeed, social media do affect because they want to appeal to the public. Everything they act is make believe. Everything they do is make believe. And if, unfortunately, they kind of make believe to their same marriage. If they are not on public eyes, they can manage some things. Oh, this car got to change it. It's an old modern car. Our status got to change. So they are under undue pressure. Social media put them under heavy pressure. And when they fail, trust me, social media like watchdog will drag them. If you follow event of our times, When they go for program, social media will analyze, oh, this woman wore this lady wore this man wore this. If you watch their program, you will see. Even on the sideline, on the red carpet, you see them being interviewed. Oh, tell me, this your shoe, how much does it cost? Who styled you? How many hours did you spend dressing up? All of these are a pressure. Because they know they'll be interviewed, they will go out of their way. Most times against the financial budget, which will, at the end of the day, have an influence negatively on their marriage.
Wow.
So the social media places them under undue pressure. Listen, a man and his wife can disagree. I do. Everybody does.
Yes.
That's not a problem. But because they are there, social media amplifies it. As if they're typing or spreading those things, they don't have such in their homes. They do. And so the call is for them, because of their status, to sacrifice and do everything to ensure their near flawlessness.
Wow. Wow. Thank you very much, sir. I also want to ask again, what are the potential consequences of a divorce after a long-term marriage between celebrities?
The consequences of a divorce.
Yes.
Honestly speaking, divorce is not a good journey. If you meet anyone who has told that road, they'll tell you it is not. Forget what you see in the public. There is the external beautification, but there's the internal porosity. They are porous on the inside. Why? A part of you is gone. Even if you spend 1 year with a spouse and that person is just torn out of you, you will feel it. So the consequences of divorce, men, there are many. It affects both parties. It also affects the children. It affects their businesses because they can't concentrate for the first few years. It affects their purpose in life. It even goes down to affect the educational level or assimilation of their children. So nobody wants it. Nobody wants to toe that path. So the consequences are high. Now, because of the consequences, it brings us to the point where we are very careful how we choose our partners. Because the choice of your partner matters. Am I choosing my partner to please the public? Am I choosing a wife to appease the social media people? The answer should be no. I should choose my partner to complement who I am. And if my partner got to be from my village in Ayimba, so be it, provided I am happy as a man. But most of them, because of societal pressure and standard, they want to go for ladies or go for guys that already have standard. That again is a problem. So their choice of spouses determined or prepared by the social media is even a problem. So it's fundamental.
I want to ask, based on what you just said now, someone might have something in mind as in making a very good choice of a husband.
Yes.
And internally, you know what you want.
Yeah.
And then because you're only seeing the external of the person.
Yes.
And then the person might look like what you think he is. At the end of the day, well, I don't even know what to call it.
It turns out
not to be exactly what you wanted.
already signed the dotted lines.
Yes. Are you now saying that it's a mistake on the person's part to have chosen someone, or the person made a mistake in a choice?
Okay,
his or her choice.
There is this saying that says, to know you is to love you. You don't love what you don't know. That is why love is not for children. All right? Your level of knowledge of person should determine the depth of your love. All right? There are cases, like you did mention, where you see somebody and they don't appear to be what they claim
to be.
And you just look at what is packaged for you, and with that you thrust in and turn out to be false. It's unfortunate. I'll answer that, remind me. But I'll tell us this. It is better to spend time to know yourself. before anybody signs the dotted lines. Hold on, it is very, very important. It begins with you knowing who you are. Know yourself.
Okay.
When you know yourself and what complements you, when you see what complements you, you can easily tell. That is one. Number two, in the course of your relationship, be real, be transparent. Relate with this brother, relate with this sister. Just be open. Listen, character is like a smoke. You cannot catch smoke for 1 month. It will spark up. It will find its way. It will show. But most times, we say these things and we ignore them. There are characters that can be managed. There are some that should not be tolerated. So when you say these things, do not ignore in the name of love. No matter how one is pretentious, he can't just meet you today and is marrying you tomorrow. But most of us, we allow emotion to be cloud our sense of reason. For example, you went to the market with your guy. You're just dating each other, wanting to evaluate to see if you can work. And you went to the market. And while in the market, a young lady selling pineapple mistakenly stepped on his leg. And your guy displayed this anger and shouted on his, "Can't you see my shoes? What's wrong with you? You stupid dirty girl." If you are a wise lady, you should know. If that man has not shown you anger before, he's a keg of gunpowder ready to explode. I get what I'm saying. The way he talks to conductor, pick it. The way he talks to his mother, his father, pick it. Read everything. Unfortunately, in the course of dating, we don't do the right thing. Dating is a period where we evaluate ourselves to see if we can take our relationship to the next level. Okay? But unfortunately, we allow sex to come in and downplay our reason. So you cannot tell me the man just packaged himself for 6 months. You were together. He never gave you a sleep. It is not possible. Rather, you chose to ignore, or you pretend you can manage. And listen to this. Any character you saw while dating in marriage is going to be amplified. Because you saw it because it had been compressed. In the marriage is going to be released. Full blown. So don't ignore anything. That's what we call red signs. Don't ignore any.
Thank you very much, sir. I also want to ask another question. I know that some well-known pastors
Okay.
are also known as celebrities.
Yes.
And I want to ask, how will divorce among pastors affect our society at large?
Yes. I want to respect my fellow pastors that have had such experiences. Okay. I can tell you deep down their heart, they never wished it. They never wanted it. Before it came to the public that and that is happening, they must have struggled. Trust me, they have prayed about it. They have fasted. They've apologized. They've called people to intervene. All right. But if it happens, it has happened. All right. If it's going to affect the public, certainly yes. Because as a pastor, like other celebrities, the responsibility is on your shoulders to be near perfection. Okay? Because people see you as a model. You are pastoring a church, they're looking up to you. The youths are there, the parents are there, young families are there. There is no doubt it's going to be affected. It's going to affect, certainly. Okay. But hear this. No two marriages are the same. Because no two spouses are the same.
Yes.
What made Pastor A left his marriage does not mean it does not have the experience, the grace and anointing to counsel you into a fruitful marriage. They still have the grace. In fact, they're the best persons to me because they've learned from their experiences. But to affect the public, certainly yes. But they're also human beings. Okay? They're human beings. And we must don't just throw tantrums on them.
Okay, that means anybody can actually fall for this issue, because as pastors, they might have had probably the spiritual perception
Okay.
and they have all it takes to look into, because they counsel.
Okay.
They already know about these things.
Yes.
And then that means they couldn't see it
Come.
coming as at that time, meaning that everybody can
Now,
be a victim of this divorce.
yeah, no, I will not say everybody. Marriage is a sweet thing, all right? And a lot of factors come to play for divorce to happen. The thing, you see, I always propose premarital counseling. Let us get to know these things. That your spouse, be it a pastor, is not a perfect being. All right? Because the best of men is still a man. There is a boy in every man. There is a boy. And so these things come together to make a man a man. For example, a man can have anger as a weakness. It's not permitted, but it could be. All right. So a lot of things play. So the background of a man before he became a pastor also plays out in his marriage. Now, that pastors or a pastor failed in his marriage does not mean everybody should. No, there are unbelievers out there who are not pastors. Their marriages are sweet.
Sweet.
So it is not spirituality that determines marriage.
Oh.
That's what I'm going. That you heard from God does not mean it's going to last. That God revealed your wife to you does not mean it's going to be. No, there are physical principles that must be applied, universal principles. So if a pastor is spiritual but neglect those principles, vital principles, he's going to crash. I get what I'm saying. He prays too much and ignores the need of his wife. He's going to crash. He's going to go down. So marriage is good. There is a 1% spirituality that sustains marriage. There's a 99% physical qualities that must be imputed in it to make it work. So if a pastor goes spiritual and neglect those physical things, my dear, she will be divorced.
Thank you very much,
Thank
PJ. It's an honor having you here today.
Thank
I think we still have more questions. We are going to have part 2 of this.
Okay.
Dear viewers, thank you for watching. I urge you to like and subscribe to this channel. And as you do, God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.